Hello students, I'm Maureen Curry and I'm going to be your instructor for ID 125, the history of interior architecture and furnishings. The class is fully online. We're asynchronous, which means there'll be no scheduled class meetings, but we are following the Canvas course. And each week you will have to go into Canvas and log in and find the course content there. Right now I'm in the Canvas course. I'm in the home page. If you look on the left-hand side, you see I'm at home. There's modules, announcements, grades, and some other menus that you'll use later in the course. So I'm in the home page, or you can also click modules, and that always takes you back to the list of modules as well. So we'll stay in the home page. Right now, I'm going to, you see there's a welcome and orientation module. So you can start there. There's a welcome letter from me describing some of the requirements for the course, some help for how to manage Canvas. By now you should all be pretty comfortable with Canvas, but if you're not, there's information there. So if you'll read every page in Canvas, let me move my face over here. And when you get to the bottom, there's a lot of information here on how to reach me, my email, my phone number. When you get to the bottom of each Canvas page, be sure to click Next. And then the next page will start. This one in particular talks about what you will learn, how you will learn it, what it's worth, how to navigate the course, and tips for success. And once again, you scroll down after you're done reading that and go to the next page, and this is where you'll find the syllabus. If you click here, it brings you to a copy of the syllabus with a lot of very important information. I recommend you read this closely. My name is Maureen Curry. I'm listed here with my email, my phone number. You can reach me anytime via email or phone. You may text, but be sure you give me your name and the course number that you're in. I get a lot of texts, and I have a lot of other sections of classes. The textbook is shown here so you know what the cover looks like, the course description, a lot of helpful tutorials for how to navigate Canvas, how to update your notification preferences on Canvas, how to communicate with your instructor. A lot of good tips there. As far as participation and attendance, I said before, it's a fully online class. So in order to mark your attendance, students must log into Canvas, and they have to post to the discussion board by Thursday midnight. That marks their attendance for the week. And then by Saturday midnight, they also have to go in and respond to 2 other classmates on the discussion board. So there's important dates listed here. There's a further description about the discussion boards. Remember, that's how you mark your attendance. So Thursday and Saturday night, you have to make contact on Canvas, but you should be reading the pages on Canvas and the information in the textbook before that. So pretty much you have to make a commitment, be motivated, and kind of manage your time to handle a fully online class. There'll be written assignments, which are really just short-term definitions, some short essays once in a while. There's important information about dropping and makeup. If you do not log into Canvas for the first 2 weeks of class, you will be dropped. And if you do not post any work on Canvas for 2 weeks during the semester, you will also be dropped. No late work will be accepted after 2 weeks beyond the due date, and no late discussion boards will be accepted because you're already not in a week the other students aren't working in, so it won't be a discussion. So no late discussion boards. Same thing with quizzes. Academic honesty. When you use somebody else's material, please give recognition to them. There's information on disability requirements, if anybody feels they require that. There's other important resources for the campus right there, and then a course schedule of the by week. Week 1, and then the topics we're going to cover and the readings and assignments are described there. So each week is outlined for you. And when we get to Veterans Day, we still continue. We just kind of go around the day and keep going. Same thing with Thanksgiving as well. We just extend the week into the next week after Thanksgiving. So your calendar's there, and then the point grades are there. So I'm back in the Canvas pages where we left off with the syllabus. Remember, when you scroll through, there's also a schedule of topics there. Be sure to click next to the next page of the course. So there's a lot of helpful information. Right now I'm going to skip to the modules and point out that if you finish the Welcome and Orientation module, at the bottom there's a question and answer forum. So you can type a question there, a forum where students can ask questions of the instructor or fellow students. Fellow students can also answer them. So it's a nice place to put your concerns and questions. And then proceed on to Module 1. Begin Week 1 this coming week, 8/23, August 23, we begin. So your objectives for Week 1 are there and all the different topics we're going to cover. So if you'll read through those pages and in the textbook, be sure to introduce yourself on the first discussion board. Tell a little bit about your background, follow the prompts there. There's a second discussion board this week where you have to answer prompts related to the content and a short written assignment. So I want to wish you all a good start to the course. I'm Maureen Curry. You can reach me anytime, so good luck, and I look forward to meeting you on Canvas.